Hello, guys. This is Miss Ekman. Today we're going to do lesson 2.6. We're going to skip for now 2.5 because we're going to answer that until the end of this story. Okay, so the objective for today it is the student will be able to understand, to use a cartoon illustration to help you better to understand the main character, Junior, in this case. So, what are we going to do first? Is going to be the vocabulary. So, what is transfer? Transfer is a verb and it comes in the first paragraph. What is the meaning? It is to move, okay, to a different place, school, or job. Here in the example, why might you want to transfer to a new school? This, guys, it is going to be my answer. Okay? I might want to transfer to a new school so that I can take different classes. You can write, whatever you want. Okay? Constantly. Constantly is an adverb and it comes in paragraph number 7. So we're going to read a little bit of this story at the beginning of this story. Okay, so what is the meaning? It's happening all the time or very often. So here it is, what is one thing that your teacher constantly reminds you to do? My teacher constantly reminds me to what? Pay attention, guys. Remember? Pay attention and use complete sentences and the do nows. I say that very often, huh? Constantly. Okay, before we start the story, I'm gonna say, okay, absolutely true dairy of a part-time Indian. Okay, so Junior is a budding cartoonist who lives in the Spokane Indian Reservation in Walpinit, Washington. He recently transferred from a high school on the res to Reardan, the all-white school in the neighboring town. The only other Indian Reardan in the school is the mascot. In this chapter, Junior takes his friend Penelope to the winter dance. So here in the cartoon, it gives us an idea how he sees himself as the Indian and what is the difference with the white kid. Okay, so Indian has like a poor clothes from Kmart. Okay, a family history of diabetes and cancer. He bought like Sears, blue jeans, two pairs for 1999. He has absolutely no watch. And he has, the difference between being an Indian and being, and his perception of the white kids. Okay, they have a bright, future, Ralph Lauren shirt, positive role models, Timex, and that, at that time it was kind of expensive. Tommy pants. They have hope. So, and here there's a bone crushing reality. So he doesn't see like a very, his life not very positive and being white or hanging out with whites. So the way that he sees the white people, is very, very different than his, reality. So we're going to turn the page and we're going to go to page 85. Okay, so I'm going to read, read along with me, guys. So it's going to say dance, dance, dance. Okay, traveling between, rerun, well pinned between the little white town and the reservation, I always felt like a stranger. I was half Indian in one place and half white in the other. It was like being Indian was my job, but it was only a part time job, and it didn't pay well at all. The only person who made me feel great all, all the time was Penelope. Wait, I shouldn't say that. I mean, my mother and father were working hard for me too. They were constantly scraping together enough money to pay for gas, to get me lunch money, to buy me a new pair of jeans and a few new shirts. My parents gave me just enough money so that I could pretend to have more money than I did. So here we can see, this is, the cartoon. So we can see in the cartoon there is like the insight of, the difference in Junior's, two sides. The side level of white are surrounded by positive words and phrases, in the half level that includes descriptions of challenges. Okay, it is like when he was talking about the part time. Okay, he was like a part-time job, but not, do one job all the time. Okay, so it's just maybe you can, get fired if you have, just when you have a part-time. So here in the inside of, what he, the excuses that he used, so the kids, they will not know that he has no money. Okay, and it says how, it says to pretend you're not poor. Okay, no lunch money. I'm not hungry anyway. Field trip, school dance. I can't make it. Man, yeah, I'm really sick. Okay, bake sale. Looks yummy, but Native Americans are allergic to sugar. Everyone has the latest iPad. I'm old school. All good old purpose excuses. There's this Indian ceremony at home. This, oh man, we'll miss you. Okay, so there is, it could be funny, but it's not funny at the same times. But he was, pretending that he was like, has, excuses when he has no money in reality to buy or to do the things that everybody was doing. What is the key ideas? How's the junior feel about splitting his time between, Walpenit and Reardon? So he feels like he doesn't really belong in either place, right? Okay, he feels like he doesn't belong in either, okay, place. Okay, so analyze media and illustrations. How do cartoons help you understand what life is like for Junior? We saw the first one on the first page, the contrast between, the he sees between him being a Native American and the white people. So the cartoon on page 84 shows what? The difference Junior sees between life at school and life on the, okay, rest. So the difference Junior sees between life at school and life on the rest. Okay? And in this page, the cartoon on page 85 gives what? It is just funny examples of excuses juniors could make to hide that he's poor, right? So, funny examples of excuses Junior could use, you know, to hide that his reality, right? That he is poor. Okay. So this one, it is your you're going to do this one. Okay. It is, what do you think Junior compares being an Indian to having a part-time job? Okay, and Junior makes this comparison between, because he feels what? Okay, I just want that part that you guys to do, and see you the next time, guys. Okay, have a wonderful day. Bye.